What happens when magic and mathematics collide? When the arcane meets the analytical? This, dear listeners, is a tale of such an encounter, a tale of a glowing circle, an elaborate door, and a room filled with secrets waiting to be unveiled. Our story begins with Ignitus, a scholar of the arcane, his eyes scanning the runes etched into the floor. His fingers trace the symbols, his mind working overtime to decipher their meaning. With a roll of arcane knowledge, he begins to see patterns, not just in the symbols, but in the very fabric of the magic that weaves them together. Meanwhile, Knut, a master of the unseen, casts a spell to reveal the invisible. Suddenly, the room is not just a room, but a canvas of hidden writings, a mural stretching from floor to ceiling. The language foreign to all but one, the bard, who sees the mosaic pieces in the invisible view, forming images of temples, pyramids, and grand altars. Ignitus, armed with his newfound understanding, realizes the floor is but a ward, a trap waiting to spring on the unwary. 3 symbols, he discerns, must be pressed in a particular order. But what order? That's a question for the wizards to ponder. Will, another member of the party, sees a different story. His eyes fall upon the history of the Yuan-ti snake people, a tale of rise and fall, of power and of sacrifice. He identifies 3 primary symbols in the Yuan-ti language: a sun, a chalice, and a river. But again, the order in which they should be pressed remains a mystery. As the party debates, exhaustion sets in, a consequence of their previous adventures. But despite the fatigue, they manage to press the symbols in the correct order. A sigh of relief echoes through the room. Raziel, the group's healer, turns his attention to the 2 new members who are trapped within the pillars, while Lucien, with a masterful touch, opens the door to an elaborate treasure room. One by one they enter, their eyes wide at the sight of the riches within. Among the piles of gold and silver, the books and bookshelves, the party uncovers various magical items. A staff with a serpent head, an amulet on a marble bust, a glowing cloak adorned with scales, 3 scrolls, 3 potions, and a set of studded leather armor, all adorned with snake motifs. As they gather their newfound wealth, they remain vigilant, ever watchful for the possibility of an ambush. But for now, they are safe. Their combined skills, their knowledge of magic and mathematics have seen them through. This, dear listeners, is the power of collaboration, the power of diverse minds coming together to solve a complex puzzle. But remember, every successful venture often leads to another challenge, another mystery waiting to be solved. So, as they bask in their victory, the question remains, what will they encounter next?